It is natural and inevitable and important that young people will rebel um, at a certain age in their life as they're coming into their strength. And this is important and natural because if you don't have that, the old rules never get challenged. And um, your species doesn't adapt to a changing situation or environment, basically. So, rebellion of the youth is important. Um, but it's also important that that rebellion takes place in a way that is not destructive, more so than constructive. And and this is where I think stupid little rules become very, very important. When I was young, we had all kinds of stupid little rules. I remember rules about how many pencils we had to have with us at school. I remember rules about at the start of class we had to be sitting up straight with our hands folded in front of us. And of course, if you got in real trouble, you get sent to the office and the Board of Education. And I knew a kid in high school, he was 1 year ahead of me, who got suspended from school because his hair was touching his ears. The teacher spotted it and they gave him 1 week to get a haircut, and he didn't, so he got suspended. Boys were not allowed to have their hair touching their ears. Stupid little rules, outrageous, terrible, but important. And that is because if you're going to be doing this anyway, your mind is going to be searching for a rebellion point anyway. And if you live in the modern world, everything's okay. You can go get pot. It's not a big thing. You can smoke. They have smoking areas at a lot of schools. You're not going to get in actual trouble for anything. And if you do get in trouble, they can't actually do anything to you. It's not like they're going to paddle you or, something. There's no real way to rebel. Hair touching your ears, you can grow your hair any way you want. You can dye it purple and black and orange, You can do whatever you want. How do you rebel when there are no rules to rebel against? I mean, these days with these kids, we used to go through all kinds of careful machinations, making micro notes and things and finding ways to pass notes in class and things like this. It took a great deal of effort when we were teenagers to come up with a couple of beers. That was really challenging, all this kind of stuff. Our rebellions were kept small by the number of silly rules, and we complain, these were silly rules. Well, yeah, but they served a purpose. Nobody shot up our school. In the modern age, where everything's okay, how do you really rebel and make a statement? In my day, if you really, really, really were all emotional and whatever, and you wanted to rebel, you'd get a hold of some pot, which was not an easy task. And the other kids would find out you were one of them potheads, or something like that. Or you'd go out and challenge Suicide Hill on your bicycle or something like that. Nowadays, all they got is shoot up the school. Nobody's going to care if they do anything less than that. So we need stupid little rules. We need a lot more stupid little rules again. Stupid little rules are very, very important. These kids never exercise their brains working their way around the rules. They never learn to be clever. They never learn to be persuasive, because they don't have to persuade anything of anybody of anything. They can just do whatever they want, and if anybody says anything, they can go all emotional and go to the psychiatrist and get some drugs. We didn't have any of that crap, so we didn't shoot up our schools because we were just too busy working our way around the stupid rules. Not the whole problem, but an important part of the problem. In my humble opinion, I welcome your humble opinion. Maybe, maybe not.